a dream without goals, that's just a dream.
Hey, we're still here at Premiere Orlando, day 3, with Philip Wolf, the one and only. What's going on, Philip Wolf?
What's going on?
Hey, Philip, I know that you're kind of in a rush. We got you out of nowhere. That's why we got the hallway in the back, right? But Phil, how do you feel about Premiere Orlando this year?
I really love it this year. I feel like a lot of my friends here, my fellow colleagues, but more so, I've noticed that there's a lot of newer people coming to the shows, and I think that's very important. Keeps this industry strong and just basically keeps everything moving. You know what I mean? You got to pass it along, right?
I know that you're always working with different companies and stuff like that, and you're always at different shows. How do you feel like Premiere is different from other shows that you really go to? Not to single out any other shows, but I know that you do this more often than
Got
I
you.
do.
Yeah, I
Right?
got you. So for me, Premiere is when it comes to the American trade shows of beauty and barbering and all of that. This is the pinnacle. I mean, this is the biggest one by size and also by attendance. And I would say if most people are going to go to one and they want to experience it all, this one would be it because it's not just the booths, it's not just the main stages, it's classrooms, it's of all sorts. There's business, there's barbering, there's cutting, coloring, everything in between. And I think that's what's great. You can really come here. It's a 3-day thing, and it's basically the biggest one. Yeah.
In the years, I know that you're a big influencer in the industry. In the years that you've been in this industry, how has these shows helped you grow in different ways? Or
Oh,
how's it kept you relevant? How do you keep that motivation? Like,
I keep the motivation because every time I come to these shows, believe it or not, I learn just as much. I mean, there's so many. Obviously, you know how they say there's levels to this. There is because when you start at a certain point, everything that I do and experience, no matter what show it is, even smaller shows, I pick up something, and it only helps me get better for the next one and the next one. As far as even the newer people are really inspire the most, in my opinion, because they're new, they're fired up, they got more energy than most of us do, and that actually helps me keep the energy that I had of being passionate about this, learning more craft, but also passing along what knowledge that I've gotten, because that's how it works, in my opinion.
uh, man, it's so hard to stay relevant for so long, and you've been doing it for so long. Where do you get the creativity and all that type of stuff to stay
Right.
so
So
relevant, right? 'Cause
right. As far as relevancy goes, I don't know. I just basically try to stay as true to myself as possible. And I know that sounds cliche, but I think authenticity, especially in today's age, is it's so important. And people definitely recognize it when they see it. Surround yourself with great people. All my closer friends and circle, we all inspire each other, and we put our ideas together, and we just go for it. Not all of them work out,
yeah.
but that's part of it. You can't look at it like, oh, we failed. You just look at it like, well, we learned what not to do, and then you adjust and just keep going for it. Because if you have that, goal inside, if you have a dream, that's great. That's where you start. But a dream without goals, that's just a dream. And then a goal has to have a plan. Okay, so because goals without a plan, it's going to fuel disappointment pretty much. Oh, I have a goal to do this,
It's
but
like
I'm not
having
doing anything
it's
about
like
it.
having a ship in the middle of the ocean with no GPS, with
Exactly.
no direction.
Exactly. So, like I say, that sort of initial motivation, that commitment to start, that gets you started. But more importantly than that is consistency. Because, like I say, the motivation will get you started, consistency will get you to the goal.
The
Yeah.
destination. Awesome.
Easier
Hey,
said than done, though.
yeah. Let's one more question on
Sure.
on the stylist part, right? Philip Wolf haircut. I felt like
Right.
that was like a big stamp for your name. How do you feel about that? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that the inspiration of doing that haircut?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from, honestly. I just do haircuts, and if someone wants to coin it that, I mean, I'm flattered. But
I
I
know
don't know.
you probably don't hear it, but we hear it a lot, right?
Oh, really?
As, you know, they own a salon, and there's people coming. I want the Philip Wolf haircut, and it's like, wow, like just such a stamp for a person that created something, you know? Because
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you know what? I didn't even know that, but that's cool. That's great. That's awesome.
All right, so I'm gonna pass you on to Sydney real quick. She's
Sure.
gonna ask you a couple questions
Absolutely.
of her own.
I'm so grateful for everything you've done for our industry. I feel like you've been such a positive influence on everyone and just keeping it real as to what it's like as a stylist, but also just that this is an art form. And
It is.
I think a lot of people don't talk about that. You know, our industry's always had weird stigmas around it, but you coin it back to like, this is an art form, this is our trade. The one question I do want to ask you, if you could go back and talk to yourself when you first started into this industry, what is one thing that you would tell yourself?
Okay, so I got asked this question the other day, which is, if you could go back and have coffee with your younger self, what would you say? I don't know what I would say because of this. I got to where I'm at now, and I still have goals and plans to go even further. But I think all the failures, all the hardships, all the wins, all the roller coaster of life that got me, that I learned from, is what got me to where I'm at. So I don't know that I'd want to hack and get there earlier, because I don't know that would have been a great thing for me. I think you're at where you're at for a reason, and you will go places if you so choose by putting in the work. But I would just probably tell myself, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Because if I don't want to alter anything,
Yes,
you know.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's just the honest truth. Because
Yes.
I think certain successes and certain opportunities open up at a particular time for you.
Yes.
And if I had gotten them too early, I don't know that I would have treated them with the right mindset or the right respect at
Yes,
that time.
things come to you in a timely
Yes.
manner when they're meant to come into your
Yes,
life. Oh,
absolutely.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to speak with you.
Yes, no, thank you very much.
Going off of what Nino was saying, I get so many people in my chair. I could tell you probably twice a week, if not more, saying, I really want the wolf cut. And I love taking the opportunity to educate them and be like, oh, can I tell you about where that originates from and share your work with them? And we're just such big fans of your work, and we're so
I
grateful we had the
appreciate that so much.
opportunity. I won't hold you up too much longer. We'll let you get back to the amazing show.
All right, yeah,
And thank you
we're
so
off
much for
again.
taking the time
Thanks
for-
again.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.